What's going on, everyone? Aseel Soueid here from Diabetic Aesthetics. Going to be taking you all through a 5-year natural body transformation. However, it's going to be a little bit different. It's not going to be me who I'm showcasing. I've already done a version of this video showcasing my transformation, which I really need to make a new one. Made a lot of gains since then, but this is going to be showcasing my brother's 5-year natural transformation since he started his fitness and bodybuilding journey. And the reason why I'm doing this is because there's so many transformations out there on YouTube that are similar to my brother's results. However, they achieve it in like a year, maybe even under a year, which is completely unnatural, unrealistic. I want to show you guys a realistic approach before you start your fitness journey. And I think it's going to be really cool too to showcase a natural body transformation from somebody who took the same amount of time as I did and who has done the exact same workouts, followed the exact same nutrition protocols, and essentially has put in the same amount of work to get to where he is today as I have. So I think it's going to be really cool seeing two different physiques, two different bodies from start to finish. So let's go ahead and showcase my brother's 5-year natural body transformation. So my brother started his fitness, weightlifting, and bodybuilding journey back in 2011 when he just turned 16 years old. He was around 115 pounds, and it was actually a few days after I got my own gym membership, started hitting the gym. He was pretty inspired by me going, and he thought, you know what, why not join you on the journey myself? So he went ahead and got a gym membership, started hitting it, and as you guys can see, he was really skinny, guys, 115 pounds, had that ectomorphic frame where it was really hard for him to put on weight, and he just had a small appetite and wanted to get a little bit more confident, wanted to build a better body, just a bigger body, and just feel better about himself. So after a year of consistency in the gym, hitting the gym 5-6 days a week, and not really knowing what he was doing, but just going balls to the wall, hitting it hard, he really used up those newbie gains, gained probably around like 12 pounds or so. He's around 130 pounds in his pictures, probably the low 130s, 130 to 135. And you could tell he put on a lot of muscle, but at the end of the day, he had no structure. He didn't really know what he was doing. And then 2013 came along, guys, and this was really the year of trial and error. He didn't really get that much results because he was always at either a caloric deficit or at maintenance calories. He wasn't counting his macros, no structure in the gym, wasn't focusing on progression or strength. He kind of was just going to the gym to go to the gym. And after essentially 6 to 12 months of not really seeing too much progress, only maybe like a few pounds of gain, 2014 he took it serious. He started asking me for advice. I started doing his nutrition protocols, his workout programming. Once I started developing more knowledge, he was reaching out to others, and he started counting his macros, doing compound lifts in the gym, focusing on nothing but progression, constantly getting stronger, slowly going up in weight. And he finally, as you guys can see, in 2015, when he was 20 years old, he took his bulk to a whole nother level. 2015 versus 2013, he was up by 25 pounds. He's around 165, 170 pounds here, and he around 160 to 165. And he kind of just was at the strongest he's ever been. He kept focusing on getting stronger at the gym, doing the right key movements, doing his squats, his bench, his deadlifts, and focusing on getting stronger on everything. Not only his compounds, but his accessory movements as well. And boom, 2016 hit, and he was at the heaviest he's ever been at around 170 pounds, the peak of his bulk. And he was also at the strongest he's ever been. He was benching around 185 for like 3 on his bench maybe 2 years ago, and now he's doing 265 for 3, 4.5 plate deadlifts, 3 plate squats for reps, and he was just at the peak of his bulk. And now, currently, at the start of 2017, he decided he was gonna cut after around 2 months or so, and after 2 months of cutting, he got some serious lean gains, guys. As you guys can see, his foundation is very well built, and he just feels really good about himself. You can tell his physique is literally night and day versus 2011, 2012. And he really just transformed himself, especially counting his macros and proper programming in the gym. And ever since 2014, I've been doing all that for him, and he's been absolutely killing it, guys. He's so dedicated, so consistent, training 5-6 days a week in the gym with a proper split, proper nutrition protocol, counting his calories, counting his macros. And this is him currently. These pictures are probably taken around a week's time frame from when this video has aired. And this is how he's looking like at the midst of his cut. He's still going to be cutting for another 4 weeks or so, and he's looking absolutely incredible, guys. So this is really what you can expect as a natural transformation. You don't expect results quickly. So many people, they don't see results daily, so they end up quitting. And if I showed my brother this video, and he was absolutely shocked. When you look back and see how much progress you've truly made from when you started a few years ago, that is when you seriously see the results and see how far you've come. And that's what I love about natural bodybuilding. that, you know, so many of these natural quote-unquote transformations don't show you. They show you something that's fake, you know, a fake image, something that doesn't classify hard work, you know, and consistency. This is true dedication. You know, a few years time frame, my brother's put on what, 43 pounds of pure lean muscle mass. He even got leaner, and you know, it's just really inspiring. So hopefully this gives you more of a realistic expectation. So that is what my brother's 5-year natural body transformation looks like. And if you go back to one of my most viewed videos, it's my 4-year body transformation video, and you will see with a lot of trial and error, you know, a lot of things done right, a lot of things done wrong, with a few years of consistent hard work. Me and my brother, that's 2 different testimonials of people who have been in the gym and have stayed with it, have completely changed your bodies and have just changed your life for the better. So hopefully this has really inspired you out there, and hopefully it shows you that it takes a lot of work, guys. It takes a lot of consistency. You know, there's lots of ups, there's lots of downs. You're gonna do a lot of right things, you're gonna do a lot of wrong things, but you're gonna learn from it. Don't be fooled by all these body transformations or like 1 or 2 month programs that's gonna get you in the best shape of your lives or something like that. You know, it takes time. Not everything is a month or a week. Me and my brother, we put a hell of a lot of time in the gym. We were consistent day in and day out. This wasn't just a few weeks of lifting here and there and then a few months off and, you know, getting back to the gym when we feel like it. You know, we gave it all as we possibly could. We did a lot of research online, figured out the best protocols for training, best protocols for nutrition, and we just gave it our all and fell in love with it. So hopefully this inspires you to eat healthy, get in the gym, and just get at it, man. Get after a great looking body, because there's no better feeling than just being happy with the way you look and the way you feel. And just to mention, me and my brother were not blessed with the best genetics out there. I'm sure there's tons of people out there with great genetics who could achieve these results in under 5 years, but I'm just saying we gave it the best we possibly could and completely changed our physiques, even though we weren't blessed with good genetics. So hopefully this has inspired a ton of you and gave you a more realistic approach and expectation of what you can achieve in just a few years. So please be sure to share this video with all your friends, all your family. Give it a like. I really want this to go as viral as possible and just reach out to as many lives, to impact as many lives as possible, to get in the gym, just start eating healthy and improving their lives. That's what this channel is about, improving your life in every freaking aspect, every single way. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Like I said, smash the like button, share it with everybody you know, comment down below, subscribe to my channel. I got tons of epic content and tons of transformation videos to come as well. I'll see you all in the next one.